there are some misconceptions about what the 20% off the job training must consist of. Because obviously apprentices should be working 80% of the time and training 20% of the time. Can you give us a bit of an overview of that in terms of what actually counts as the 20%, apart from the college work?
Yeah, I think that this is very historical. So people historically think of apprenticeships as a sort of 1 day a week college-based activity where the apprentices trot off and do the day's classes. But this perception isn't helped by the government's stipulating about the 20% specifically and just keeping this idea. And the concept is good, but it's sometimes just misunderstood. So for modern apprenticeships, particularly the sort that we do, so marketing and communications and the like, off-the-job training really loosely translates as anything from which the apprentice learns, i.e. is not the day job. This could be a taught activity, it could be Teams or Zoom, or we have a private training suite in a virtual world called Verbella as well. Or it could be online or remote learning. It could be attending a conference, spending time with a coach, shadowing a colleague. It could be manufacturer training if you're in that sort of world. For example, if you were attending training about how to use your company's marketing automation tool, that would count. Mentoring from your line manager or from a third party, competitions, written assignments, professional discussions. There's a long list of other possibilities. So really, don't be put off by the idea of 20% off the job. Yes, it absolutely has to be done and it has to be counted, but it is a flexible tool to achieve the learning. And it doesn't mean that the apprentice or your apprentice is away from the office, sitting in a classroom, sitting there for a day a week.
Actually, Rachel and Nikki, have you got any views on that? We've touched on it a little bit when you answered the last question. How do you manage the sort of training and job aspect? How does it work well together? And to go, Rachel.
Yeah, so I was worried about that when we were first introduced to it, and they said you're going to have to do total 20% off the job training, and it's 8 hours a week. I thought there's no way. My diary is so packed. And I had that same common misconception of this is going to be me sort of leaving, going out the building with a textbook and going, and it's not at all. And actually, it's been so easy to incorporate into my everyday working life because it's things that benefit right now. So it's not like we're learning about something that is non-beneficial to what we're doing. So as an example, I popped some in the other day because I watched a webinar to do with a social media tool that we're going to be bringing on board. So that was off the job training for me because I'm learning about something new, and I would have done that anyway. It kind of holds us accountable as well because we should always be learning. You're never going to be perfect at this. So I think it kind of it did for me anyway, open my mind to, okay, yeah, let's set some time aside and let's research that. Let's write some notes. So I was petrified that there was no way I was going to be able to do it, but actually I've been achieving it quite easily as long as it's always at the forefront of your mind that, yeah, we have to get this done. It's really core and really important.
It's a really good discipline then.
Very similar to you. I thought, oh gosh, I'm going to have to try and schedule out a full day, maybe a Friday. But like you said, that a good thing is the journal, a reflective journal, and it's taking things into consideration that now that I'm marketing manager of stuff that I'm doing that I wouldn't necessarily done beforehand, and thinking this is new to me. Okay, I'm doing a presentation in front of 18 people. Let's put this in the journal and reflect on it. And see, what would I do differently next time? How did I find it? And then bringing in what I've learned already into these things that I'm doing. So it can be anything really.
So it sounds like it works.
Yeah,